Welcome to the first of my big cat stories. This is the one that started them all off. So what I plan to do is I plan to walk along the edge until the way into the wood by the lime grove is. Just in time. It's almost like the weather is with me. Anyway, so today's story is the day the lions came to our school. This was May 1980, and this is the second version of that story. What I wanted to do was go to the school and get some of the get some shots, but in these times I don't know if that's ever going to happen, so I'm doing this now. So yeah, it was May 1980, lunchtime, which was, I can't even remember what time lunch was. I've no idea, but anyway, it was lunchtime, and it sticks in my memory because for the very first and only time, the whole time I was at school, I was the first one in the lunch queue. And this was pre-Jamie Oliver, so lunch that day was pasty and chips. So I got there, I was first, I got my pasty and chips, and I went and sat at a table by the window. I had a few chips, looked out of the window, and there, well, let's see how far away. See where that oak is there? Yeah, about that far away, a lion ran across the green bit, the green grassy bit that was called the quad. A throwback to grammar schools, because it had recently become a comprehensive school. And I saw it, and I took a bite of my pasty, looked back, and there was another lion. Two lions wandering through the school, followed by a keeper. And of course, you can imagine what happened then. Everybody went crazy, growling at the lion. You know, like 15-year-old boys and younger would be. Anyway, what they'd done, these lions, they weren't stupid. They headed to the domestic science department and into one of the huts and ate my first play friend's sandwiches. Anyway, everybody loved it because we didn't have to go to lessons. We just had to stay where you are. Stay where you are, boy. It was a mixed school, but you know, let's be honest, it's not the girls who are likely to be stupid, is it? It's just not. I'm not being sexist, it's a fact. So of course there's like a chorus of growls and a lot of excitement because we didn't have any lessons for a while. Anyway, they got rounded up and taken back, and then, you know, it made the front page of the newspapers, it was on the news, and it became very famous. And a few years ago I saw my daughter, and she said, "Oh, guess what was mentioned in our school assembly today?" And this is a different school, 35 years later. And I said, oh, I was trying to think. And then I went, oh, the lions. She went, yeah. I said, oh, well, that's weird. Why? How come? Apparently her head teacher was actually there and what she was doing was giving a lecture about safety in school and the things that can happen. So it's like one of those infamous things. But what I noticed over the years is that when I'd sort of brought it up at parties and things and in gatherings or with friends, you know, I'd say, oh yeah, it reminds me of the day the lions came through school, and of course everyone's laughing their head off because they think I'm lying. Which brings me to another point, and that is that what I try and share on this channel can be backed up by delving into, I don't know how you find it, but it's you know, it's famous enough for me not to worry about it. Some things are hard to find because this was in a lot of things happened in pre-digital days. Wow, I got oh wow. Now the lions escaped from the circus that was camped on what is called the Green, as you see here. Now this is located right by the gates of both an infant school of 5 to 7-year-old children and a comprehensive school of 1,500 pupils aged 11 to 19, just to my right, you can't see. Other performance companies like Fairgrounds also set up on the Green as well. Anything that was a public entertainment happened here. So what had happened is apparently the keepers had forgotten to lock the cage, and the lions had obviously pushed the door and followed the scent of food. So there you go, that's the day the lions came into our school story. Thanks for watching. Join me for another big cat story, as the lions was the first of about 10. If you look back, you'll see the most recent one, but there has been a number. Almost like they're my friends. But I did say to my daughter the other day, I did say one day one of them will probably get me. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Ta-ra.